Hello and welcome on House News. In this episode, we'll present you the latest information coming from the House of Representatives of Indonesia. And now, let's see the headlines for today. The government has recently introduced a new regulation mandating all food and beverage products must acquire halal certification by October 2024. Indonesia invited diplomats and representatives of foreign organizations to participate in learning, observing, and witnessing how elections are conducted in Indonesia in the Election Visit Program 2024. International observers monitored the 2024 general election in Bali. Apart from the election conduct, it is hoped they would also spotlight Bali's natural beauty when they return to their home country. In the recent election, more than 80% of registered voters cast the ballot papers. This figure is remarkable for democracy in Indonesia, where voting is voluntary. HBO's hit series The White Lotus just added the cast. Lisa Blackpink is joining the program, and she will be credited under her given name Lalisa Manoban. The Indonesian parliamentarians support the mandatory halal certification policy for food vendors and MSMEs. The House considers it will provide assurance and safety to all consumers.
The Indonesian government regulated 3 groups of products that must be halal certified by 2024. The first product category is food and beverage. The second category is raw materials and food additives. Third category is slaughterhouse products and services. Member of Commission 6 of the House Lulu Nurhamidah state the halal certification will provide certainty and safety for Muslims in Indonesia. Furthermore, halal certified products are already tested for consumption as they have done health tests and inspections.
Kayak makanan dengan label halal itu pasti akan baik untuk semua karena syarat untuk bisa mendapatkan halal itu sendiri kan sudah harus memenuhi berbagai mekanisme, prosedur yang memang diperlukan dan tentu otomatis itu sudah pasti baik gitu loh. Nah, sertifikasi halal ini sebenarnya juga untuk menghilangkan kekhawatiran.
Vice Chairperson of Commission 8 of the House, Aceh Hassan, urges the Halal Product Assurance Agency to continue promoting the obligation of halal certification so that street vendors and MSMEs can immediately register products.
Karena mandat dari Undang-Undang Jaminan Produk Halal ini tahun 2024 harus tersertifikasi halal, maka sosialisasinya tentu harus terus digencarkan kepada UMKM gitu ya. Dan mekanisme self-declare tersebut memungkinkan bagi proses.
Ferdian and Rizky, TVR Parlemen, report.
The 2024 Election Visit Program is an effort to support the global agenda, particularly in enhancing democracy, while also maintaining Indonesia's position in international development.
During a meeting with participating countries of the 2024 Election Visit Program, or EVP 2024, Vice Chairperson of the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation of the House, Putu Supatma Rudana, affirmed contributions to sustainable development in the global agenda can be achieved in various aspects, one of which is through democracy. Implementing good democratic values will bring welfare to the society. Therefore, diplomatic measures such as EVP 2024 will strengthen collaborative approach among countries.
Merupakan event yang sangat penting untuk menunjukkan komitmen Indonesia untuk terus mendorong agenda global, salah satunya Sustainable Development Goals. Kita terus ingin membangun indeks demokrasi yang baik. Jika kita lihat di ASEAN, demokrasi kita juga termasuk sangat baik. Tentu menjadi contoh bagaimana demokrasi itu harus terus dibangun dan ini tentu pada ujungnya akan memberikan kesempatan dan juga memberikan kesejahteraan kepada rakyat.
Meanwhile, the Advisory Board of the Association for Election and Democracy, or Perludem, Titi Anggraini, added diplomacy can improve Indonesia's bargaining power in the international stage.
Segala hal yang kemudian memperkuat posisi tawar itu akan memberikan posisi dan manfaat yang baik bagi Indonesia. Bagaimana kita bisa menjadi contoh di dalam mempraktikkan demokrasi elektoral ataupun pemilu yang inklusif, termasuk juga terbuka kepada komunitas atau dunia internasional.
From Denpasar, Bali, Sigit Rilo, TVR Parlemen, report.
Bali was chosen as the host of the 2024 election visit program to introduce Indonesian tourism to the world. Moreover, Bali's rich traditional culture and strong democratic system can have a positive impact on the participating countries.
Vice Chairperson of the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation of the House, Putu Supatma, welcomed the EVP 2024 in Bali. Bali can provide a different experience for parliamentary representatives from participating countries, both in terms of democratic celebrations and the natural beauty of the island. EVP 2024 is expected to be a sustainable agenda and will be attended by more numbers of friendly countries' parliaments.
Proses demokrasi ini mereka bisa langsung hadir ke TPS. Dan di TPS pun mereka bisa menikmati keindahan alam. Jadi sebetulnya ada 3-in-1 di sini. Satu, melihat pemilu yang transparan, yang berintegritas dan akuntabilitas. Yang kedua juga langsung berinteraksi melihat budaya Bali. Yang ketiga seraya dengan itu juga melihat keindahan alam dan pariwisata Bali yang kita tampilkan sekarang.
Meanwhile, the Secretary General of the House, Indra Iskandar, affirmed Bali is representative in demonstrating the continuity of the democratic process and cultural richness.
Kita ingin juga di samping memperlihatkan bagaimana mekanisme pemilu yang dilakukan dengan sangat tertib, gitu ya. Ada juga KPPS-nya terdiri dari perempuan semua, dan ini juga bagian dari strategi kita juga untuk terus-menerus mempromosikan wisata Indonesia kepada orang-orang luar, ya.
From Bali, Sigit Rilo, TVR Parlemen, report.
Stay tuned on House News for more updates on the general elections right after the break. The voter turnout in the 2024 general election has exceeded the government's target. This indicates a high level of public engagement and interest in the electoral process.
Several polling stations were recorded to attract more than 80% of voters, including in North Kembangan, West Jakarta. The public expressed their enthusiasm in exercising their voting rights, hoping that this election would give better leaders.
Pemilu tahun ini alhamdulillah antusias masyarakat, khususnya di Jakarta Barat ya, Kembangan Utara, masyarakat sangat antusias dalam pemilu tahun ini, sehingga mungkin banyak masyarakat yang ingin mencari calon presiden yang baru maupun legislatif yang baru.
Public enthusiasm was also felt by the Vice Speaker of the House, Rahmat Gobel, who voted in Gorontalo. He believes the public enthusiasm in the electoral process is evidence that political literacy is becoming more widespread. Thus, public wants to play a role in deciding the nation's leader for the next 5 years.
Sangat luar biasa, menyenangkan dan menyejukkan suasananya. Kenapa? Saya melihat ada antusias masyarakat yang ingin ikut berperan dalam menjadi bagian membangun bangsa ini dengan hak suara yang dimilikinya. Jadi walaupun punya hak suara cuma satu, tapi ada semangat yang saya perhatikan. Dan ini sesuatu yang sangat luar biasa.
TVR Parlemen Team, report.
The government and the House allocated 20% of the 2024 state budget for education, but the ministry received only 85 trillion rupiah for national education. Therefore, Commission 10 of the House demands the education budget to be reviewed.
A chairperson of Commission 10 of the House, Saiful Huda, urges the government to achieve 20% of the state budget for education sector. This aims to achieve the Golden Indonesia 2045 as well as to improve quality, integrity, and competitiveness of human resources.
Tahun ini relatif masih flat, padahal dari awal semangat kami sebenarnya setengah dari anggaran 20% pendidikan, yang itu setara dengan 681 triliun, kita mintakan setengahnya dikelola langsung oleh Kemendikbud, baru 85. Kalau mau setengahnya kan lebih sekitar 350-an sebenarnya. Nah pada konteks ini jujur harus diakui belum ada pergeseran signifikan. Tetap kami akan terus suarakan bahwa 20% anggaran pendidikan harus penuhnya untuk fungsi pendidikan.
All measures to improve the quality of human resources will focus on improving the competence of educators, fair educational quality, and increasing access to education at all levels. Therefore, Saiful Huda hopes the education budget can be distributed fairly across all regions. As a result, local human resources will have strong competitiveness and excellence in every sector. Bani and Teddy, TVR Parlemen, report.
The 2024 election schedule sets the tabulation of vote counting results from February 15 to March 20. The House reminds election organizers to be transparent in counting votes and to remain neutral in resolving disputes.
Member of the House Johan Budi believes the vote tabulation stage is a crucial phase in the election process. Therefore, the voting counting process at the regional and national levels should be open to the public. In addition, election organizers also need to maintain neutrality in resolving election disputes.
Penghitungan suara ini diperlukan trust publik kepada penyelenggara pemilu, dengan KPU, dengan Bawaslu, yang kemudian kalau ada sengketa juga nanti larinya ke Mahkamah Konstitusi. Apa harapannya ya KPU menjalankan perannya sesuai yang ditugaskan, sesuai dengan undang-undang. Kemudian kalau ada, ini tadi saya baca sudah mulai ada yang yang menyampaikan komplain ya, yaitu nanti dilihat seperti apa. Itu peran tadi saya sampaikan KPU, Bawaslu menjalankan peran yang benar-benar netral ya, termasuk Mahkamah Konstitusi nanti.
Furthermore, Johan Budi adds public can complain on the disputes over elections results. However, the complaint should be channeled based on the regulations, which is through the Constitutional Court. Through the election dispute mechanism, the rights of citizens will be protected. In addition, social and political stability will be maintained. TVR Parlemen team report.
After the break, we have more interesting information, so stay tuned on House News. Blackpink singer Lisa will appear in Season 3 of the popular United States TV series The White Lotus, making her acting debut and becoming the second member of the popular South Korean K-pop.
As quoted from Yahoo, the singer and rapper from South Korean girl group will be making her acting debut in the HBO show, but it is not yet clear which character she will be playing on the series. The K-pop star will be credited under her full name, Lalisa Manoban. She becomes the second member of the group to appear in an HBO drama. The third installment of the Emmy-winning HBO original series The White Lotus is created, directed, and written by Mike White. The series will begin productions around Koh Samui, Phuket, and Bangkok in February and will follow a new group of guests at another White Lotus property. For this third season, HBO has partnered with the Tourism Authority of Thailand to support the filming and promotions. The first installment premiered July 2021 and was set in Hawaii, received 20 Emmy nominations across 13 categories and 10 wins, the most wins of any program including Outstanding Limited or Anthology Series. The second installment premiered in December 2022, was set in Sicily and garnered 23 Emmy nominations including Outstanding Drama Series. Manoban has also launched her own companies to manage her individual solo activities. Her singles Lalisa and Money topped the charts and was the first K-pop female artist to win at the MTV Video Music Awards.
Taylor Swift expresses gratitude to her Melbourne fans for record-breaking attendance at her Eras Tour at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, calling the city the love of her life.
Welcome to the Eras Tour. This has been the most extraordinary experience of my entire life.
Taken from In Music, Taylor Swift is fulfilling her international duties as her Eras Tour touches down in Australia. The pop superstar has kicked off the first of 3 shows in Melbourne at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The stadium, with a capacity just over 100,000 seats, majority of them filled during Taylor's performance, thus the show has become her biggest concert ever. The concert lasted for 3.5 hours and displayed her career from the early days of Fearless to her latest masterpiece, Midnights. The Eras Tour consists of 150 shows across 5 continents and has already become the highest-grossing tour in history. The first to hit 1 billion in revenue, the tour celebrates Taylor's discography. The Eras Tour is a next-level stadium show, with sets and costumes defining each phase of her career, a runway of massive screens, blizzards of confetti, banks of smoke and bursts of flame. Melbourne has welcomed Swift with Flinders Street Station lit up, with images of the star and dozens of Swift-themed events and parties across the city. When tickets went on sale in June, approximately 4 million people stopped what they were doing and jumped only on to try to secure a ticket to one of her 7 Australian shows.
Agak Lain the movie is recorded as the 5th best-selling Indonesian film with the highest number of viewers. Carrying the comedy horror genre, the movie has become the best-selling original Indonesian film of all time.
Pocong suramnya, boleh. Dilihat-lihat dulu aja, Kak. Ini mana bukan rumah hantu, rumah orang miskin.
Kalian ini hantu, harus seram. Gak bisa kalau cuma modal jelek.
Agak Lain, or loosely translated as Somewhat Different, is a film that blends comedy with a hint of horror. It is named after the podcast run by the 4 main stars Bene Dion, Rajigel, Boris Bokir and Oki Rengga. Follows the story of the main actors, all of whom are poor and work at the haunted house in the village carnival. As they decide to improve the haunted house, the accidental death of one visitor immediately puts them in a spiral, scrambling for a solution that hopefully will not lead to a jailhouse. They buried the victim in a haunted house. Unexpectedly, the victim's spirit wanders around, making the haunted house scary and busy with visitors. When the police started investigating, they were forced to carry out various conspiracies to cover up the real incident. The film, directed by Muhadli Acho, released on February 1st, 2024, has now successfully attracted 5 million viewers. The movie has become the best-selling original Indonesian film of all time.
And that's the House News for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of House News only on TVR Parlemen.